Hey guys, welcome to the show. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Flying solo here today. Tex couldn't make it, so I wasn't quite sure if I was going to make it today. I was raking leaves and cutting grass over at Nick's house. She's a little. Her husband died a few years ago, and she doesn't cut grass or anything like that. So I figured, what the hell? We've been helping her out for quite a while, so a few years. So. But been doing that. I wasn't sure how long that would take. Got out there at 9 o'clock, and I just finished raking the leaves, getting the leaves up. Probably about 11:30. So I'm like, I'm tired. I'm going to take a rest and ate lunch. And I figured, you know what? I will do my show at 1 o'clock because you know what? This is good therapy for me. And I hope you guys like it as well. So happy Tuesday for you. Hope everything is going well in your work week or your fun week, or you're retired or whatever you're doing so far this week. Hope it is going great for you. Just want to say hi to Hey Fisher. He is driving and will not be chatting much. So Fisher, if you are driving and you are chatting, you will get in a lot of trouble. I will sick Pam on you. Kimber's here, little Patty's here. How you guys doing? Gary Spikes is here. He is, and we hope everything is going great for him. Denise, did I say Denise already? I'm not sure if I said Denise. Hi, Denise. Hi, little Patty. Fisher. Hi, Gary. Anybody else who is out there who is not in chat, but feel free to, if you're just watching, feel free to up in the chat and comment. We're going to have a kind of a fun show. It's probably going to be a quick show. Have a few stories to tell, kind of BS a little bit, and then how to get back to cutting grass. Fisher busting out the big guns. I see how it is. Yeah, I don't want you guys texting and driving. That's not right. I need to get my coffee. I don't usually have coffee in the afternoon, but I was kind of worn out after all that breaking and stuff, and I need my coffee. And I don't want to sound whiny or complaining a lot, but over 50 rays, bending over and doing all this stuff, my back is hurting. So coffee's gonna help. Plus I have some Advil. Anyway. Just so you guys know, it's certainly not expected or anything, but super chat, super stickers are available. And if you would like to become a member, please feel free to hit that money sign down below the chat box and become a member today. Try and start getting some videos out, members only. I want to do a little bit more stuff for the members. So again, this is all kind of new. This all of a sudden started happening a couple weeks, actually about a month ago or so, but I want to start doing a little bit of that and stuff. So couple things before we get going. I don't know if anybody out there listening is a football fan, but I was watching I wasn't watching it during the show, but before the show, Saturday and after the show, I was watching some football. And, it is amazing how Army is undefeated in college football. I would love to see them get in the college football playoffs. It'd be great for a different team to be in there. Georgia and Alabama seem to always be in there. Ohio State, although I have family up in Columbus, Ohio, so that's I kind of want them in there. It'd be great if Mizzou could get in there, but Army would be really kind of cool to get in there. And speaking of, not really speaking of Army, I wanted to wish everybody a happy Veterans Day. If anybody out there listening are veterans, appreciate your service. I'm wearing I'm going all BMR today. I'm wearing a American flag drag because I didn't shower because I figured I was doing yard work and stuff. So my hair's a mess. So. Yes, we did, little Penny. Yeah. Okay. Looking forward to that. More information on the comments coming up very soon. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to doing that as a member of the team here. So, but yeah, I also wanted my Missouri Tigers. How about them? They came back. From what I remember, I watched part of it and then got on my show and then watched it. The first 3 quarters, it was like 9-3 after the third, and I heard it was just a boring game. And the fourth quarter was just amazing, back and forth. Mizzou ended up winning it. There was like 4 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes or minute and a half, something like that. But it was an exciting game. I don't know if you guys heard me screaming and yelling from the family version of the game, but that was fun to watch. Good, would be great to see Mizzou get in the conversation for the playoffs. But, I don't know, but so got some quarterback issues. And then yesterday, Sunday, NFL football. How about those Lions? BMR's Detroit Lions and the Kansas City Chiefs. You know what? This might be an unpopular opinion, but it's my opinion. So I was rooting for Denver to beat them. Little Patty, sorry, Mickey, if you're watching. I was rooting for Denver to beat them. I mean, 2 Super Bowls in a row for the Chiefs. You know, undefeated so far this season. They have they found a way to win every single game. And I'm not, you know, whether it's controversial or not, it would be nice to see somebody else in the Super Bowl. But go Chiefs, little Patty. Okay, yeah, they're okay. It would be really nice to see the Chiefs Lions in the Super Bowl this year. I've always liked the Lions. They've been, I don't want to say terrible for a long time, but they've kind of been irrelevant or whatever for quite a while. I see them doing really good last year, and then so far this year. They're the way they came back and won Sunday was just amazing. I actually turned the game off and went to bed Sunday night because I was so tired. I was falling asleep watching it, but I certainly didn't expect to get the scores in the morning and and see that Detroit won. I mean, they look flat in the first half. So and PO, yep. If the Lions, I'm going to put everything I have behind the Lions. I think they deserve a good run this year, and I would love to see them do really well. So, but we'll see. It's quite a ways to go in the season. So, and one team that not doing too well, those Dallas Cowboys. Sorry, Tex. Sorry, anybody that is a Cowboy fan. Kim, I know you're in Dallas and Texas, so anyway, enough about sports. But you know, sports was my first love. Anyway, another thing before I get going, I have a few stories I want to read for you guys from a website that I found. Kim's not a Cowboy fan. Okay, we can be friends still, Kim. No, I'm kidding. And in fact, when I was growing up, we had the St. Louis football Cardinals here, and my dad hated the Cowboys. But naturally, I love the Cowboys growing up. So since then, you know what? What's really kind of strange, after they won all those Super Bowls with Troy Aikman and all them, I started getting kind of bored with them. You know, they were winning so much. Same thing with the Patriots. I never liked Tom Brady though as a player, and I really didn't like him much as an announcer. But yeah, and I hate to say this, Patty. I hate to say this to all the Chiefs fans out there, but I'm kind of getting away with the Chiefs. I like parody. I like, getting somebody new in there. So anyway, I'm waiting for Patty to say something here. Sorry, Patty. Denise, my dad liked the Giants. I like New England. You know what I liked in the old NFC? The Cowboys, the Redskins. Yeah, I like the Redskins fan name for the team. The Giants, the Cardinals were all in the same division, and it was a great division. I love watching them all play each year. But anyway, okay, here we go. Fisher. Soapbox moment. Motion activated sinks the worst. Yeah, I agree with that. Back on the road. Okay. Be safe. Chiefs gonna win the Super Bowl again. And you know what, Gary? I 100% agree with that. I think he has, I'm going to say, ruined that team because he's built them up and worth a ton of money right now. But what he's doing now, he needs to step away from being so controlling of that team. And I really do think that is one of the things that is bringing this team down. Boom. Yeah. Whoop. Green Bay with Brett Favre. Yep. I agree. And those Cowboy 49ers games when the in the championships, I thought those were great. Cowboys, especially with Montana and uh, uh, who was the other quarterback after Montana? Young. What was his first name? I'm thinking Neil Young, but that's not it. Somebody help me out here. What was the quarterback's name after Joe Montana? Young was his last name. Steve Young. Steve Young. Got it before anybody else did. Steve Young. Thanks, Kim. But yeah, those were great. And yeah, Steve Young went to the Chiefs. Ace Murphy. Welcome to Football Talk on Tuesday afternoon here on Paranormal Among Us. Dan Marino was great. Yep, I agree. Aaron Rodgers was great for the Packers. I think he's kind of he might be over the hill now and done with the Jets, but he was great with the Packers. I'm trying to think of other quarterbacks. Aikman was great. I'm not even going to say the guy from the Patriots. I don't want to like him. That's just me. Anyway, I do have one thing to say about this coming Saturday, and so I'm having trouble finding a guest right now, and it is kind of last minute, but and people either aren't getting back to me or can't make it. So that's fine. This is kind of last minute, so I don't expect anybody to jump on real quick. But and I mentioned this to Krista today. We're gonna do a paranormal Jeopardy trivia type show this Saturday, and I have a list of questions here. Categories, questions. So it's going to be like a regular Jeopardy, a double Jeopardy type thing. So I'm not quite sure how it's going to work. If I know, I'll be asking reading the answers. Excuse me. And I'll need at least 2 or 3 contestants to come on. I'm kind of thinking that Krista is going to be one of the contestants too. I'll need probably 2. I need to talk it over with her. And so what I'm going to do is, if anybody wants to join us on the show as a contestant, I might make little Patty do it. No, I don't force anybody to do anything. Send me an email at paranormalamongus72@gmail.com and to come on the show and don't worry, Patty. But if it were all kinds of cheese questions, would you do it? Send me an email. Let me know if you're interested in doing that, and we'll pick some players to come on. It'll be fun. It'll just be a fun night. And I have categories. It's going to be all paranormal stuff. I'm not even sure if I want to give out the categories yet. I have them right here in my hand. It'll be fun. So tune in Saturday. Fisher's just trying to get on my good side now after calling me a name before. But yeah, send me an email. All right, Kim. Send me an email. And then we'll do this and we'll have fun with it on Saturday. So, and never mind. I don't want to say where I thought that. I do my best thinking in a certain area of the house. So it'll be kind of a short show today since it's just me, and I do have yard work to get to. So but I wanted to come on here and have some fun with you guys. So what I thought I would do, and I don't know if anybody on here goes to the Paranormal Portal and watches the Paranormal Portal with Brent Thomas. Great show. I would recommend watching it. He does a segment on his show for the news from a site called, one of the sites that he promotes is unexplainedmysteries.com, and he gets a lot of his news items from there. I don't want to do the exact same thing that he does, but I thought it was pretty cool. So he gets his news stuff from there. I would like to, and they on their website they have all kinds of stuff. They have news. They have like a forum that you can start conversations with, A to Z, and then they have stories. So what I'm going to do, at least today, see how it goes. They have a bunch of paranormal stories on here. So I'm going to start reading some of these. So I think they're kind of fun. So I've read a couple of them so far today. I have 3 of them picked out. So we are going to Fisher of Spam. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you, sir. Butter. Everything's better with butter. Butter, better, better, better. Thank you, Fisher. Appreciate it. Oh, that'll be a different show. So again, thanks, Fisher. Appreciate that. So let's get into it here. I have 3 stories that I want to read to you guys. The first one is called "Something Crawling into My Bed." You know what? I'm going to share this so you guys can see pictures too. There we go. And as you can see, this is from unexplainedmysteries.com. So, something crawling into my bed. This story was submitted to the site by Lioness23 from Georgia. I had the sensation of something crawling into bed with me at night for years. At first, I felt it scratching, pulling at my covers at the foot of my bed like a cat. I don't own a cat. Then it changed to a pressure I feel at the foot of my bed. Someone was sitting down, but there was no one there. Sometimes it crawls up and lays beside me. I sleep alone. At first, I was very scared. Now I'm awake. I can see the covers move. I once kicked it off the bed and said, "Leave me alone. I don't want you here." And it left that night. That's what you're supposed to do. That's a good thing. Other nights, I invited to come lay next to me, and it does. It does not feel evil more than my granddaughter coming in my bed, but with me because she is scared. I have gotten used to its presence, and I am no longer afraid of it, but I have tried to ask who it was or what it was. I have no idea. It follows me from place to place, so not just in one bed. Any ideas on what it is? Got no idea. Could be a traveler or something, hitchhiker or something. I don't know. Something that she has an attachment. Who knows what it is? So I certainly wouldn't invite things like that into bed with you or near you. This story kind of reminds me of when we were at Ray County Museum that morning. So I was sleeping in the chapel, they call it, or the conference room or whatever it was. And I was hot all night. So I was in a t-shirt and shorts, and I was comfortable. I mean, I didn't have a blanket on, so I was all right. And in the morning, when I woke up about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, I was absolutely freezing. I was like less than 5 feet from the radiator that was there. So I don't know what it was. Brandy seems to think that it was something that called in me. I tend to agree with that. It was just, it blew my mind. I had no idea what it was. I just noticed my video. I just checked YouTube, and the video looks terrible. Can you guys hear me okay? Everything look okay? Video looks really bad. Anyway, we'll keep going. Hopefully it gets better. I've been having trouble my internet connection. I don't know why. I have full bars on it. I don't know what's going on. You're kind of fuzzy. Am I fuzzy or is the video fuzzy? I hope you mean the video. I'm sure you do. Robert Perez, how you doing, brother? And I'm lagging a bit. I should have reset it before I started, but oh well. 2 more stories ago. So, bit choppy. Okay. Hey, Robert, how you doing? Lagging a bit. Smurfy said we should want you to shave. The video's fuzzy. Thanks, Kim. Okay, this next one is called My Haunted Home. Let me get this back up here. Again, from all these are going to be from unexplainedmysteries.com. Go over and check them out. My Haunted Home. This story was submitted by Goth Warrior 84 from Rainham, Essex, UK. Actually, I have friends that live over in the United Kingdom. I think Suffolk. Am I talking about you again, Kim? You know. You know, I just saw these and they look kind of odd. So you know what? Let's get rid of that. Wasn't sure what that was about. Crazy ads that pop up. Anyway, the story, let's see what it looks like in there. Yeah, it looks okay. I'm going to try and fix this. I don't know what's going on with it. Anyway, I met my wife in the year 2005. At the time, she still lived with her mom in her family home in Rainham. She didn't waste any time in inviting me to stay with her and her mom to live. One night, I had to get up and visit the toilet, and as I left her room, I was frozen with the presence of a dark shadow being at the top or of the stairs next to the window. I had to hastily go past it to get to the bathroom. This being was there many nights, causing fear every time. One night, I rushed by to come back to our bedroom when my wife asked if I was okay. I told her all about it and the fact that sometimes the being would be at the bottom of the stairs, slowly making its way up. She then breathed a sigh of relief and told me all about her experience of the same being, and that from the earliest memory she had, that being was there in her house. Interesting. Now years passed, we moved out, got married, and had 2 children when suddenly her mom passed away, leaving the house my wife in her will. We moved back in, decorated, and all was fine for about 6 months. My son, who was 4 at the time, came running into our bedroom crying about a bad man in his dream that stood at the bottom of the staircase. His description of the being was exactly the same as what my wife and I had seen out of the corner of our eye when we used to pass it. Tall, dark being wearing black, no face. What was even more disturbing was the fact that my wife had an imaginary friend whilst growing up, not uncommon. And last night, whilst watching one of our favorite paranormal programs, I asked my son if he remembered his dream when he was 4, and he recalled it word by word as if it had happened yesterday. He went on to tell us about his imaginary friend that he had in the same house. My wife turned pale, and when my son went to bed, she then spoke to me about it. The exact same description of his imaginary friend was her imaginary friend, too. A little girl with dark hair and an old white dress, like a christening gown, only never used to pop up at night. Only ever used to pop by at night. Needless to say, this was our catalyst to move homes. But even in this home, there is a bit much nicer, which doesn't bother us at all. So we happily coexist. That's a little creepy. That sounds like that man visited their house. And what's really even freakier about that is the fact that the imaginary friends were the exact same description. I wonder if they named them. That would have been something. They would have been the same name. All right. Actually, this one's two stories on the same thing here. Okay, so let's get into this. Smurfy, I had a dark shadow waiting outside the bathroom door in an ex-girlfriend's house years ago too. Ew. That's a little freaky. Let me get it back on share. Thought it was one of her college housemates. So Smurfy, did it just look black, completely black, or did it have facial features or anything like that, or did you smell anything? Did you sense anything? Did it come at you? Okay, this next one, and we'll get back to Smurfy's answer if he gets to that. Two creature sightings. Okay. Keep in mind the name Chupacabra, because it might be on Jeopardy this weekend. Looking at the answers. So Smurfy said, darker than dark. I turned off before leaving the bathroom, but still saw it. Wow. Was shorter than me. I tried to touch it and help. It moved past me, thinking it was a housemate. Oh. All right. Gives you the chills a little bit. And again, I'm sorry about the connection here. I just got YouTube on the other monitor I have, and it looks terrible. We'll work on that. So anyway, this next story, two creature sightings. Chupacabra sighting in the same area 3 different times. This was submitted by somebody named For Real from Augusta. I lived outside Augusta, Wisconsin, I believe, and 3 times I saw an animal that I had never heard of before. The first time I saw it, I was driving alone, something in front of my car. I couldn't tell if it was flying or running, it was so fast. The second time, my boyfriend and I both saw it and said, wow, what was that? What was that? Did you see it? So there is no way we didn't see it. We both saw an animal on its back legs with a head the shape of a kangaroo. Its front legs were short like a kangaroo as well. It was standing side view at first, then it looked as if it while jumping up turned toward the ditch and was gone. We both agreed we saw the same thing. The third time I was alone. All these sightings were in the same area. After the first sighting maybe, I asked everybody what they thought it could be, and Chupacabra was the answer they all said. It was hairless. First time it looked quite pink in color and very fast. Oh, that's what she saw. It's creepy looking. Hey, PG, how you doing? PG. In the house we lived in when I was in middle school through high school, it had a tall hooded shadow figure that went through the dining room to the basement door. Everyone saw it. Yikes. And then Smurfy, they had a center light in the hallway. When it turned on, I was standing in the hallway with my arms stretched out, grabbing at nothing. Ooh, very interesting. And then I realized it made no sounds while moving either, like creaking on the floor or anything. Ooh, wow, that's creepy. PG in that house was jacked up. I talked to the guy whose family bought it. this year and asked if it was still haunted. F. Hope you know what that means. The spooked look on his face. Yeah, wow. That's interesting. PG, some stories that you wanted to share about that, feel free to email me at paranormal72@gmail.com. Love to hear them. Okay, so oval glowing eyes through my window from JB in Louisiana. So I was 14, lived in the country, and one night I was watching TV and fell asleep on the couch. Well, around 2 a.m., my dog was barking very aggressively, and I woke up and seen lights through the window. So I got up and went to the window and spread open the blinds to see who was coming up the driveway. But when I looked, all I seen was lights going crazy everywhere. Hey, ma'am. Thanks, Pete. All I can say is that it was like 50 bright lights all going in different directions back and forth. And all of a sudden, two oval glowing red lights right in front of me. I ran into my brother's room and woke him because my parents weren't there. He was the only one that I could run to. And him being an 18-year-old teenager, he wasn't impressed with waking him. So I went back to the living room slowly and eventually got the nerve to look out the door window, and whatever it was had gone. Next day, I measured from the ground to where the eye were, and it was over 10 feet tall because the house was up on piers. I had wondered for years what this could have been, and still to this day I get chills when I think about it or see people on TV explaining what they had seen and described the same eyes that I had seen. Second time, it totally had the shape as a kangaroo on its hind legs, even leaped. I have no doubt this is what I saw. It's kind of amazing that you get these stories from, this is on unexplainedmysteries.com. You hear these stories and people are always saying, I have no doubt what I saw. And, who are we really to disagree with them? No, that's not what you saw. I'm sure they're telling the truth. So that was kind of crazy. Let's see. Smurfy had something here. It was Japanese and Buddhist. Apparently, she said that was the week their ancestors supposedly returned for a week to visit relatives. I don't know about that, but it coincided with her belief. Okay. And I see that I am frozen over there on YouTube. Interesting. Anyway, those are the stories that I have, and that's all I have really for today. For those of you just joining us, next Saturday, this coming Saturday, I don't know what the date is. 17th, maybe? I don't know. 16th. I am going to, Krista and I are going to be doing a paranormal type Jeopardy show. Trivia questions and stuff in the Jeopardy style format and everything. So if you would like to be a guest on the show, send me an email, paranormalamong72@gmail.com. Pam has that up on the screen. She's the greatest. So send me an email saying that you'll do it. We'll pick whoever, either two or three of you we'll pick, and then I'm thinking the first two or three that we get, depending on how we run this, the first two or three that we get will be on the show. And looks like Kim, excuse me, Kim's already sent hers in, so we will get that and have fun. So it'll be good for some laughs. Yes, little Patty. Yes, it will. I think so. But I mean, these are all I went through, and some of the questions I didn't get. So it'll be fun. Okay, I'm going to give the categories that I came across. So the first five, I'm going to do the kind of a same Jeopardy kind of format thing. So the first five are going to be famous hauntings, ghost shows, haunted hotspots, equipment, paranormal movies. I might even add some to this, just so we have like, I don't know how many. How many do they normally do on Jeopardy? 6, 7? I don't remember. Hokey hoaxes. Interesting. Places, and they're different than hotspots. Places. Creepy cryptids, the site, and miscellaneous. So there's going to be probably a few more that I add to it. So it's going to be very interesting. Smurfy, thank you so much. I don't know what that says. Thank you so much, Smurfy. I greatly appreciate that. Okay. So, again, I'm going to have to write that down so I can translate that. I'll let you tell me what it is, Murphy. Oops. $5 makes you holler. Okay. Okay, now that makes sense. I didn't holler. Thank you very much, Murphy. Greatly appreciated. Hey, Tom, how you doing? I know, right? Like I said, I was just breaking leaves for like 3 hours, and I'm tired. I don't know what's going on. And, it was different when I was 5 years younger. I'm like, oop, that was a trash can. I just kicked the can. My watch is just going crazy. Oh, actually, perfect timing. I'm ending the show, and we're having somebody come over to check our furnace. So anyway, I got to run, guys. Hope everybody had a great rest of your week. Again, we'll see you tomorrow morning on Waking Up Weird with me and Tex. Wednesday nights, Paranormal Show Hotel. Thursday, actually tonight, let's rewind. Tonight, BMR with Krista. Tomorrow, I gave you those. Thursday, brunch with BMR at 1 noon Central, I think it is. Then Tons of Booze Thursday. I don't think they're doing a show on Friday. And of course, you have me on Saturday. You have Donny Cho Says Stuff Saturday night, along with Fisher. Fisher of Spans, The Night Watch is that night as well. And then Sunday, you have Truth or Tinfoil and Infamous Minds with Tex. So anyway, guys, hope you all have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your week. Want to quick thank Fisher Spam again for his, I don't know if that's a super chat or what it is. I can never tell what those are. So thank you, Fisher, and thank you, Smurfy. Much appreciated to both you guys. So, and much appreciated to everybody who watched and who was in chat. Hope to see you guys Saturday for our Paranormal Jeopardy or Paranormal Trivia. I don't know if I can see Jeopardy as much. So Paranormal Trivia night, Jeopardy style. So have a great rest of your week. See you guys.